Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I fixed it. Hello, hello, hello. I fixed it. Oh, what a numpty. I didn't have the right track selected. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, God. It's lucky. This is why we do tests before we start. This is the reason we do tests before we start anything. Because it's a nightmare. I'm sitting there talking to myself right now. And I know it is a nightmare to set up a stream. It is so difficult to set up a stream. Everything's like, yeah, just click go. Everything's like, yeah, go for it. Just push the go button and you're good to stream. And that doesn't really happen, does it? So, I'm gonna record this as well. Maybe I'll release as a full video the whole thing. Maybe I'll chop it and change it and sort it out and skip parts and blah blah. Why did you just lag? I can't wait until I get the new internet. Although they set that back again, so that's what, 2 weeks now instead of a week. I believe it was meant to be coming on the 4th. I was meant to be getting the guys out so they could do it, and yep, of course, turned to shit. So anyway, let me just rub my eye, think about what we're doing, think about how I'm going to start this challenge, because I don't even know. I'm going to try, but I don't know if it's going to work out particularly well. Let's just double check some things. Let's put you there. Let's put you there. You're saying you're all good. I'm not dropping any frames again, so we should be okay. If this starts getting bad, then, well, I guess that's what the recording's for, isn't it? So we can start recording. We're going to go to Farming Simulator 25 and yeah, I think we should start on this challenge. There's no better time than today. If I don't start today, we're not going to get started. So, hello, welcome. This is going to be the, people call it rags to riches, whatever. It's my take on that. It's my style of that. Basically, it's going to be the start from the bottom challenge, because we're starting from the bottom. On Farming Simulator call it starting from scratch. I'm sure other people wanted to start from scratch and rags to riches and all of them other names people can come up with, but for me it's just starting from the bottom, because if I wanted to go out and be a farmer, this is what I would have to do. So, rules of this challenge are, we can start on any map we like. we have to do the start from scratch preset. Starting money is 100,000, but we also start with 100,000 won because we're brand new farmers. We need to farm. Basically, we need some money. We need to get this started. So I've been toying with the idea: do we start normal? Do we start easy? The difference in, I know, contracts is about sort of 200-300, I believe. 200-300 doesn't sound a lot less to play on normal, but 200-300 is potentially another 2 or 3 hours of grinding. So I don't want this challenge to be purely we're starting from the bottom and it's a grind fest just to work our way up. I don't want it moving crazy quick because I want it to be a little bit grindy. I want it to be a little bit of work. That's the whole point of this challenge is, one, let's see if I can stick to it. One, let's see if I can actually stick with this challenge properly like I should, because this is going to be one of my first proper YouTube videos, one of my first time streaming on YouTube. I want to check my consistency, to be honest. I want to be able to go, yeah, I did that, look at that challenge, and see if other people want to take on that challenge. I'm going to play on easy economics, I think. No starting farm, no guided tour. So, I got distracted. Other rules to this challenge. You cannot lease vehicles. There is no vehicle leasing at all. So no vehicle leasing. That includes contracts. You cannot lease a vehicle to complete the contract. If you do not own the equipment, you can't do the contract. It's plain and simple. So, we have start with 100,000. Start with a loan of 100,000. Start with no equipment. Start with no farm. Start with no land. Can do contracts, but only if you own the equipment. So there's maybe some few other rules in there, but I don't really know what we could add. So if you guys have got any ideas, got any rules you would like to see added, I'm not saying I'll add every one of them, but if anyone does show up and does want to click on the video and watch it, then if you've got any ideas, please go ahead. Yeah, I'm also streaming, so hopefully if anyone wants to have an input from the chat, go for it. All ideas will be considered, not all ideas will be implemented. So I guess we just need to get going, really. I've got a couple of mods, as you see. Let's disconnect. No, let's not disconnect. Let's disable the subsidiary mod, because we're not a farmer. We're a wannabe farmer right now. We are just a pure wannabe. So we cannot have a subsidiary. The government is not going to give us any money because we want to be a farm. So ignore this. Salty shop. So just nice and easy. Prices go from lowest to highest in the shop. It's going to help us out massively starting, because there's a lot of equipment and it's a lot of confusion in some cases. So let's just go least to highest. Makes a lot more sense, a lot easier to compare what we would like to buy price wise, and I mean hopefully it helps out. It's not, none of these mods are game changing, they're just quality of life mods that I thought might help us. We've got a special offers mod. Some of you will probably already know, some of you might not. This mod just pops up when there's a new special offer. That's all it does. Helps. It's going to hopefully, my idea, hopefully help us see if anything we want to buy. There's going to be times when we're sort of aiming to buy things, trying to save up some money, and we see it pop up. Excellent. It's going to be spot on. Other times it might pop up and give us a bit of an idea. Other times we might completely ignore it. You guys might see it over there, and I'm just completely oblivious. So if you see it, see something that will help us, shout at me. Just shout at me. So, last but not least, we've got the stock check mod. So this is just going to check when we do have a farm, if we somehow manage to get some land together, if we manage to get a silo or anything else. It's going to help us, some animals. It's going to help us tell us what we've got actually in stock at that time and what the current price is. So that saves us going through the big long list and figuring out what we have, what we don't have, what we need, blah blah blah, where do we sell it. Just makes it nice and easy. Hopefully it's going to cut down some time, because this one's probably going to be a bit grindy. So anyway, enough chatting. Let's get into this, and hopefully we can get this challenge started, get an idea going, get some ideas. Hopefully it's good, hopefully it's fun, hopefully it's a bit entertaining. It would be really nice if it is. I'm trying. Come on. Load. Is this just me, or does this happen for you guys as well? Since the update, the loading, when you load into a new map, is so slow. So slow. Right, we have our farmer. Let's change our name. We are going to be Mr. Blast. Change. I think this is going to be our guy today. It's pretty similar to me. What do you think? Look at the toes. You can. Yep. That's the one. They're the sandals I wear all day long. They're not. I don't own a pair of them sandals, but they could be. Someone would just buy them for me. Anyway, enough fantasizing. Okay, this is where we are beginning. We are starting out here, because this is where the starter farm is. And this is where it spawns us. But as you can see, this isn't ours. None of this is ours. We own 0. We have no equipment. We have no land. We have no farmhouse. We have nothing. So, I think we should have a run over to the equipment shop, see what's on offer, see what we've got. Quickly, just before I do the equipment shop stuff, let's check our game settings. 5 times speed. 5 times speed seems to be okay. We'll leave traffic on. I like that. We are going to change the game save name though to SFTB, and we're going to have seasonal growth, days per month 1. That's fine. Fixed visual months. Yeah, that's not an issue. Snow on, that's fine. Crop destruction on. Periodic ploughing, yeah, leave that off. I'm not doing flintstone. I'm not doing lime. We can leave weeds on. Let's leave weeds on, because weeds do get annoying, but for the moment it's going to be somewhat, hopefully, realistic. But limestone and liming the field and fieldstone is just a nightmare. It's so grindy. So grindy. We'll leave our fuel usage to normal for now. Maybe we'll turn it up. I did and ah about whether or not to put in the fuel fluctuation mod. That was probably one of the only other ones that sort of jumped out at me, because I thought it might add a little extra challenge, and it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. Like, I literally had to go and get some fuel today for my car, and the price was more expensive than yesterday. You know, you go to a different petrol station, maybe you're out of town, whatever, you go to a different petrol station, fuel station, whatever you want to call them, and they're different prices. So I feel like that makes sense in this game, but we'll see. Bailing. 2 bailing straight away. They're decent, both decent sized fields, both decent amount of money. Fertilising, I do like the idea of fertilising. The only problem with it is I have to use my fertiliser. So you get a field or two, and I mean, you're losing 2,000 every time you have to buy fertiliser. I'm not sure that's great. Hoeing, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of doing the weeds. We could buy a weeder. I think they're pretty cheap. I think baling is going to be the way to go. I mean, that's what's that, like $4,500 straight there, and we're going to spend a decent chunk of money in a minute. Right. Let's have a look what's on offer. That would be nice. That would be lovely as a first tractor, wouldn't it? Apart from the fact that it's not, and that's quite an expensive baler. That's quite an expensive baler, isn't it? And it's a square baler. I believe most contracts want brown bales. Yep, most contracts that I've seen anyway want round bales. So yeah, too much. Let's start with the good old trusty John Deere, the 3650. Let's start with that, because that's the one you start on with when you do a starter farm. You always start with that tractor, I believe, anyway. On the European map you do. I think you start with all of them, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I think we start with this John Deere. We changed Continental tyres because, I don't know, it's just something I always do. We are going to have standard wheels for now, I believe. Standard wheels should be fine, shouldn't they? 116 horsepower. We want the front attachment. We do probably want a front loader at some point, so I might as well. Wait, we can't start baling, can we? I've just realised, I believe the cheapest baler here is 60,000, isn't it? Let's go back. I am almost certain the cheapest baler is 60,000. Have I missed it? Where am I going? Around baler. Yeah. Well, that's not useful, is it? Because that means we can't start our challenge from baling. Okay. Wrong button. We can't start our challenge from baling because we're going to be about, what, 3,000 short? 4,000 short? Something like that. Maybe a little bit more. which is annoying as anything. So maybe we start fertilising then. Maybe we start fertilising, because a fertiliser's cheap, is it not? Fertiliser. Did I miss that? No. Where's the fertiliser? I wish there was a search function. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, bless me. Sorry. Right, we need fertiliser spreader. That's what I'm looking for. 2,000. Okay, let's buy a fertiliser spreader because we're gonna earn the 2,000 back in a minute, which pays for that. We are also going to need some solid fertiliser. We are also going to need our tractor, John Deere. Do we reckon this is... That would allow us to start baling straight away, but it's such a small little tractor. It's such a small little tractor. I just don't feel like it's... With this we could bale straight away. No, we're going to fertilise. We're going to fertilise. We're going to add the front loader. No, we're not. No, we're not. We don't need to. We can run backwards and forwards. It might take us a little bit longer, but we can. What do we do, guys? Let's go with this for now. So we should have a little John Deere, our fertiliser, and our fertiliser spreader. So we are rock removals. That's expensive. We are going to start with our fertilising. So let's accept both of these fertilising contracts, and then we're going to jump in a tractor. Because I always feel like that's too close, man. Just too close. Right. Let's connect up the fertiliser. Back up close enough so we can refill it. There we go. And then let's take a look at our map. Where do we need to go? We need to go to field 38 and 55. Let's do 38. Let's go to the furthest. So we want to go top of the map now, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, you might not have to watch these. I might just speed through them. If I do speed through them in this video and you want to see them, let me know. But overall, I don't think it's going to be the best content, me driving my rather slow tractor halfway across the map. Now I'm thinking I probably should have got the front loader attachment as well, to be fair, because I could have brought the fertiliser with me. This is a lot longer drive than I realised it was. I might have just made a mistake here, but let's see. Field 38. We have 300 litres of solid fertiliser in our spreader. Field 38. Can't remember how big it said it was, but GPS features. 14. Yep, that's a bit annoying though, isn't it? I mean, okay, let's do the headlands. We'll see how it goes. Let's make our maps. Line. Let's do our fertilising. So what do you guys think about this game so far? Interesting, not interesting? I'm actually having quite a lot of fun. Played a little bit of 22, but not a great deal. We're going to stop there. Back up. H. Fertilizer again. Turn that back right off. This GPS feature is amazing in my eyes as well. It's excellent. It can be a bit goofy the way it sets things up sometimes, but you just have to play with it a little bit. It's alright. But in general, it's not too bad. It's really, really not too bad. This time we've got 56% done. 16% is. Let's stop it there. B. So, what have you guys got? What are you guys playing on? I'm finding PC to be a lot of fun to play this game. Don't mind using the mouse and keyboard. It's quite joyous, to be fair. A lot of people, a couple of friends, they play Farming Sim on a PC but use a controller. I understand for some things it's probably a lot easier, but for other things it's probably not. Holding a button to push another button to doesn't seem like fun trying to learn. But then other people get really confused with that's okay. So let's just do this little bit. We got 96. 97. There we go. Come on. 3 more percent. And our first ever contract for our the first ever bit of money. Just kick this challenge off. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Perfect. Let's go and refill our fertilizer. And refill our fertilizer and then get, I believe it's all the way down to full 55, is it not? It's not too bad. Just past the farmers. Just before the farmers market, I believe. Oh yeah, just on the farmers market. There we go. Farmers market is there. Purple, blue. That's not too bad. We can make our way down there. We stop at the shop. Fill up more of our fertilizer. Hopefully we can fill the fertilizer up. Do the next one in one run. Again. Whoop. Where are we going? We're going to go all the way down. All the way down, and then tell you what, when we get to big left turn, we'll take that. So back to the store, refill our fertiliser, be on our way to making our next little bit of profit. Tell you what, when we stop and fill up our fertiliser, let's have a look to see if we've got any other contracts. So maybe we claim our first one. We only need to do the baling. What do we need? We need ideally 10,000, maybe a little bit more. Ooh. Maybe a little bit more possibility of a weeder as well. Weeders, I believe, another 10,000. So ideally, we want to get to around 70,000 before we can. Let's just refill our spreader. Sorry guys, I've got a little bit of tickly throat today. With the weather, and unfortunately I am a smoker. Don't really get into the discussion of should you be smoking. I know I shouldn't. It's something I've done for years. Let's get this field 55. Let's get this one planted. Oh, just cut over your crops a little bit there. Right, I'm sorry. No field detected. Close enough. There we go. Ah, that's not right, is it? Can we do headlands? 2 headlands? Oh, he gets confused if we do 2 headlands. Okay. Let's just... We might get away with it, you know. Start. Fertiliser on. Let's run around this tiny little field. This. It's absolutely tiny, isn't it? Let's ignore the lines. Just do that. I could have probably done this with what I had left in the other tank. Turn there. There we go, turn that off. And probably just that one strip down the middle now, isn't it? Just turn there. B to turn that back on. We're going to hopefully see that hit 100%. Fingers crossed. Unless I've missed something. And perfect. Turn our fertiliser spreader off. Nice. Get off this young one's field. Park up over here and claim our contract rewards. There we go. What have we got? So, we've got what are we on? Is there any more fertilising? There is. And it's at the bottom as well. Okay, yeah, we'll take that. We will take that. There's 2 hoeing ones. That little field, I've never realised it comes right out like that. Look at that. Just a little whoop up. That might be a good field to own, to be fair, because you probably get all this land as well. you could make that nice, or that might be a nice place for animals, to be fair. Anyway, getting way ahead of ourselves talking about animals. We need some land before we can have some animals. So we've got those two at the moment, haven't we? Where was it? What field? Sorry, 91. 91. Is it down this way? I know I'm going to have to fill this up again. Yeah, let's go down. Yeah. I know I'm going to have to fill this fertiliser up again. This is... I didn't really drive it back to forwards because it can be quite a while. Let's just get that up here. I'm sure I won't mind too much. This field 91, so it's down to our right now. That's right here. I can see the outline down there. This one here. This one here. This is a big field. We are definitely going to need to go and refill. But hopefully we can do the headlands. So let's start lining ourselves up. Fertiliser. Let's see. Hopefully we can do the headlands all the way around. That would be nice. Back up a bit. Do that one. Turn our fertiliser back on. Down to about 55%. I don't remember. Oh! Fertiliser off quick. That was a bit naughty. I thought that was going to keep me going around the corner then. Okay. Turn our fertiliser off. This next headland. Back up to make sure we get everything. Go down this third one. This done. Yeah, we can speed through this section. 35%, so we will definitely need to go and refill our fertiliser. Get there, but we've done near 50% of the field, so we're not actually doing too bad. It's the headlines there. We've done 50%. We're going to be close. Do this down, turn around, do another, come back up, and you might need to go and refill. The last two then. all the buttons, yeah. Like that. 6%. We're not going to have enough, guys. We're going to have to go back. This is where the front loader would have helped, because we could have took our fertiliser with us. Saved a little bit of time, but they say time is money, but I'd rather be closer to the baler, because the baler contracts seem to give you quite a bit more. What's the best route here? Let's go straight up. Let's go straight between these little fields on this track. So we've got 6% fertiliser. I can't remember how much is it. How much is in a pallet of fertiliser? I can't remember how many refills you normally get, because I know the spreader only takes 300 litres. I've got a feeling it's 1,000. It's 1,000 litres. That's how most things are done. So if it's 1,000 litres, you get 3 refills, and I've used up a refill once, and then I went from about 50% up again. So maybe there's a way to just, I don't really know. But, right. We've got enough to finish this contract. Let's head back. Finish this. A nice little bit of money. This is our little truck moving around. I always forget to change that. Always forget. Right down to the southern part of that. This is going to be a real drive, guys. To get this changed up. But as soon as we got our own bit of land, hopefully our baler will speed things up a little bit as well. That would be a really nice, because baling contracts you do get quite a bit more for. I would guess contracts are done on time. I guess it's a time-based structure, but I don't actually know why. What did we do? We did down, we did an up, so we got down and up to do. So we did the headlands. Let's just that's the headland, that's the down, that's the up. This is going to be the down, I believe. So we're going to start that. Turn on our fertiliser. Get this field finished off. So we can hold on a little bit back. Did I mess up? I did mess up. I was meant to go out. This was the one I meant to go. That should be good. Yeah, we got 90%. Perfect. Another contract complete. Let's have a look. Complete that for 1,770. That's quite a decent chunk of money, actually. Quite happy with that. We've got a big fertilising contract. That is quite big as well, isn't it? But 5,000, that would help out a lot. Even if we have to buy a new fertiliser. Yeah, if we have to buy a new pallet of fertiliser, it's 2,000. Plus we've got whatever we've got left. We make 6,000. So we're basically going to profit 4,000. I think we take that. Let's accept that contract. That is field 48, which I believe is just up here in the start. Let's just head up. We'll refill our fertiliser. It's only 60 litres, but maybe will help. I'm hoping, really hoping, we can do our headlands in one go. Because if we can do our headlands in one go, with the amount of fertiliser we've got, it probably means we will only need about 3 trips. If we can't do the headlands in one go, it might be 4. Just head back, top up our fertiliser. Let's head down to field 48. So if I had to guess, it's on this way. It's 47. I'm going to take this little track here. Start on this fertilising of this massive field. This is the biggest contract we've taken so far, guys. Like I said, probably have to buy another pallet of fertiliser, but we should profit 4,000 from this one. Can we do 2 headlands? Would that help us? Okay, can we do 3 headlands? You always cut out a little bit in the middle, don't you? Okay, let's just do 1 headlands and then we can do our up and downs. Start that. Turn that fertiliser on. Oh, sorry guys, another sneeze. Oh. Let's shut up a little bit here. Tell you what, let's turn on cruise control. Let's cheat a little. Oh! So I'd like to know, have you guys done any challenges on FM25 yet? If so, what sort of challenge have you done? And how far have you got? How far have you got before you choose Never really did a challenge on FM 23. I thought honestly this game is difficult to start. It's a grind to start. Even if you start no mods, with your little bit of land, it's still very grinding. Without the subsidiary mod, it is a real grind. But it's enjoyable. It's fun. I really enjoy it. Oh, let's turn that back on. So what have we done there? We've done 55% of our fertile. Okay. So that's not great, is it, to be honest? That means going back up will have to empty, which means we're right there. All of the headlands done in one go. Which is a bit of a bummer. That's not great. I was hoping, really hoping, to get all these headlands done with one load. That's probably going to mean we're going to need. So down was 45% to go down to one run. So that means 2. Yeah, that's 3 refills, maybe 4. Dependent on how well I do it and if I mess around. It's not great. Nearly back at the top of this field, 15% there. Okay, 3%. 3%. So let's run back, refill. Probably going to have to buy another. Probably going to have to buy. Definitely going to have to buy another pack. I think this is our last refill of this one. But we have done 43% of that field, which is. That's not as bad as I thought. I thought it was a lot bigger. I mean, I know it's really good work. 40 metres, amazing good. Refill, and we are out. So we need to buy some more solid fertiliser, don't we? Let's spend £2 grand of our money. So yeah, there's. So instead of £6 grand, we only actually profit 4,000. That's still a decent profit. Then we'll be up to 56,000. We only need 60 to get our baling contracts. To get our baler to get them to start baling contracts. So baling contract give us it's around 2,000 per contract. So, and there's no outcomes for that. So I reckon we get baler next. Once we've got our baler, then we can work for a weeder. should be able to go down, up, and have about 3% left. I'm actually going to start from the other side because we leave that little strip. So this should be 45% down, 45% back up. We should have enough to do a down, up, refill, down, all out. We should finish again. Oh, I'm just going to remove the headphones. Breathe in. This is a really big field, guys. This is a really big field. Go back up. Oh, I think we're doing pretty well. I think we're doing pretty well. I don't know how long I have to be able to keep going for, because, sorry, I need to go and pick my wife and daughter up shortly. My wife has had probably a weird day today, to be fair. She's been an elf today. Yeah. I mean, if you want to know any more than that, give me a comment. But yeah, my wife's an elf today. And that's not just because she's short. Let's go and refill our fertiliser for our last time. We've done 80% of that field, so we've done a decent chunk. It's not taking as long as I thought it was going to take, which is pretty good. That's pretty good, honestly. Quite happy with that. whoa, what is going on there? I left my wheels turned. Turning my fertiliser. Get cracking. %86 complete, it's not too bad. Tell you what, can we change our controls there? Excellent. That is another completed contract. Spot on. 58,000. We're not far off. We could probably do these 2 challenges and go from there. This is doable. And then hopefully we can get a baler. And then we've got, what's that? That is 5, 7, 7.5 nearly for baling, which nearly gets us a weeder. So I think we can do all right. I really think we'll do all right here. I really do. But that's going to have to be for the next episode, because I need to go. I've just been given the okay. So have a good day, and I'll speak to you soon.